could process millions of instructions in a second. Examples here is IBM PC, Apple Macintosh, HP 9000. Fifth generation computers. These are the, here is technology, input, output, characteristics, examples. Now check your progress. Answer these questions and check your progress. Next page, types of computers. Computers are divided into various categories on the basis of their size, speed, processing power, and price. Their various categories are mini computers, microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe computers. First, microcomputers. Microcomputers are computers that work on a single microprocessor. A microprocessor is a computer processor in which all the components are a part of a single integrated circuit chip. Just earlier I said that VLSI, very large scale integration, that is called microprocessor. A microcomputer is used by a single person at a time. Desktop computer or personal computers, PCs, used in office, schools, homes, and so on, are microcomputers. Mean to say, we can see the microcomputers very easily. Whatever the computers we are using in our schools and most of the places, at home, laptop, desktop is also known as PC. These are the examples of PC, the microcomputers. Tablet is also the example of a microcomputer. Here, personal computer, PC, laptop, tablet. Next is mini computers. Mini computers have more processing power than microcomputers. We can say that in other words, that mini computers are more powerful than microcomputers. They have more memory and can therefore store more data than microcomputers. A large number of input and output devices can be attached to a mini computer. So such types of mini computers, I'm talking about mini computers. Mini computers are generally used in office, banks. This is not used as a personal computer or at home. Examples of mini computers: 1700, CDC 1700, and HP 3000 are examples of mini computers. Next one is mainframe computers. Obviously, the mainframe computers are more powerful than mini computers. Whatever the capacity of mini computers that are increased, and in mainframe computers, the mainframe computers are very large, and their storing capacity is very high, very huge capacity, very large memory, and they can carry out a number of tasks. Mean to say, executing billions of instructions per second for many people at the same time. Mean to say, in other words, we can say that they can carry out number of tasks for many people at the same time. Mean to say, in offices, in banks, hospitals, there are many computers. They are connected to one mainframe computers, and they can fetch the data. They can calculation at a very high speed. In billions of instructions can be executed per second, and many numbers of computers can be connected to mainframe computer. They are mostly used in big hospitals, airlines, banks. IBM Z series is an example of mainframe computer. Come to the next page. Supercomputers. Supercomputers are the most powerful in terms of processing speed and memory. They can execute trillions of instructions per second. They are very expensive. Example for the mainly these supercomputers are used for scientific research, weather forecasting, underground studies, aircraft design, and so on. Cray-1 and IBM's Blue Gene/L are examples of supercomputers. Mobile computers are the smallest computer designed to be carried around by their users. Mean to say such kinds of the computers which can be carried from one place to another place very easily. This is called mobile computer. Such kinds of the computers are called mobile computers. For example, here is notebook, e-book reader, tablets, smartphones, PMP. So these are here you can see the figure also. These are the examples of the mobile computers. A notebook is a low power notebook computer that is smaller than a laptop. It usually does not have a DVD drive. The Asus ePC is an example of notebook. Tablets, smartphone. Nowadays we are using that smartphones. A smartphone is a combination of a mobile phone and a computer system. So these are the examples of mobile computers. Next one is game consoles. A game console is a device used for playing computer games on a television screen. The user plays a game through a controller. This is a game console. The game through a controller like a remote, which is a handheld device with different types of the buttons for operating. Microsoft Xbox, Sony PlayStation, Nintendo, GameCube are the examples of game console. Embedded computers. A computer that is integrated into another device is called an embedded computer. Mean to say a particular type of software is embedded with a machine or a device that is called embedded computer. It performs a specific function of that device. It is also referred to as microcontroller. Come to the next page. Embedded computers have been used to modern TV sets, vehicles, telephones, digital cameras, washing machines, microwaves. These are the examples of embedded computers. More devices that employ embedded computers are PDAs, printers, DVD players. These are also ATMs. These are the examples of embedded computers. Video game. This is also very suitable example for the embedded computer. Digital watch, MP3 players. Check your progress. Whatever the questions are here, write the answer. Types of computer languages. Here we are studying about languages. In order to communicate with each other or with anyone, we need a language. Either you use English, Hindi, Tamil, or Bengali, Persian, German, any language. Then you can communicate with anyone. Similarly, when we give an instruction to the computer to perform a task, we have to communicate with a computer with a certain language. So a computer understands only a machine language. Okay, so there are the languages that a computer can understand are divided into four categories. Okay, the first and second generation languages, these are the low level languages. Low level languages means machine language uh, that can be understood only a machine can understand very easily that language, that is called the low level language. Third generation languages, these are high level languages. Fourth generation languages, fifth generation languages, these are the artificial intelligence languages. One by one we study here. Low level languages, the low level languages uh, use triple L. This is the short form of low level languages. Use either binary form. Binary means zeros and ones, is called binary form. A very similar to it, the low level language, and this is also known as the machine language. Machine language or first generation language. A machine language is the most basic computer language. It is also the first programming language developed for computers. That is why machine language programs are executed very quickly. As I said just earlier, that a computer or a machine can understand machine language or low level language very fastly. There no translator is required. So, and that is not converted into the another form, and after that the machine then machine can understand. This is not happened. So computer understands machine language or binary language or first generation language directly. That's why the execution of first generation language or machine language is very fastly. That is why the machine language programs are executed very quickly. It is, but there is a demerit that it is a machine independent, because machine language is the program is written or instruction is written according to the machine. That's why it is said that it is machine dependent language. The first generation language was the machine dependent language.